Hey, Vin here. Welcome to this 3 business review. 3 is a new network marketing company. A friend of mine approached me and said, hey, would you review this information for me? So I said, sure, send me the compensation plan and I will in fact review this program. Over the years, so many people have reached out to me and said, hey, will you review this business, that I've become very accustomed to reviewing businesses. I view it through the lens of math and through business and through compensation, as opposed to, hey, this is the greatest product ever, everyone's doing it type of language. I like to do strictly business. So this is, in fact, the business review. Most people, when they're looking at, I think everyone does, when they're looking at a program, they say, can I do it and is it worth it? So can I do it? I mean, can I build out a network like this? You know, you've got to think to yourself, can you do that? Can you build out a big network? Now, you can't have success in a network if you have to have it where others can do it. So it's not about you, it's about, can anyone do it for the most part? So you have someone here, they land on an inside leg, and it's about, can this person do it? Not the person that's on an overflow leg or a spillover leg, or someone that just took a spot and has all these people coming in, because that seems to be the language of a lot of businesses here. This is coming out, take a spot. Someone is eventually going to be this person, then they're going to land on an inside leg. They're on an inside leg, they have no power leg, no spillover. So the review comes into, can this person do it? If they show up consistently with a good attitude, they're on Zoom, they're doing the things that their upline coaches them to do, can that person do it? Is it worth it? Is it worth the time, and is it worth the money? So I'm going to review these 2 things now. So first glance, looking at the compensation plan. Now, this compensation plan to a person that's coming to this space is not a professional network marketer. It's very confusing. And this is why you'll always hear in networking, you don't have to know the comp plan. You've got to get timing is right, this company, all the things and nuances, except except understanding the business model. No one wants to understand the business model. And this has been something that's happened over the years. And I think people are coming to the conclusion that why so many companies go out of business and start another company? Maybe it's time I understand the business model. So this is very confusing. Now, when I look at this compensation plan, I go through it as retail commissions, preferred customer bonuses, all these different ways of earning income, check matching, leadership bonuses. It comes down to this, team commissions. It comes down to, where does the residual income start? Because if you're paying something monthly and auto ship monthly, that's coming out of your checking or your credit card monthly. You need something that's going in monthly residually. So let's look at the team commissions. Now, there are 3 questions I first ask. I'll ask, how much is the auto ship? How much is the required business volume to stay active? And how much is the payout percentage? So let's take a look at this. If we look here, we see that we have 60 points in PV, in volume is required, must be to be qualified, is 60 points. Then it's a 600 to 300 cycle. So it's cycle based. So what does a cycle pay out? It pays out $35 per cycle. So now I have a couple of these questions answered. I have the required BV, it's cycle based, it's cycle payout. So right at the bat, we're in a good spot. So we have 2 questions answered. The next question becomes, how much is the auto ship? So if I want to know how much the auto ship is, I want to go to this form here. This talks about the founder pack is about $2,000, about $1,400 for this one, the business pack, the premium pack. So the starter packs, how much are they? Now, a lot of people say you can get started. This, you've probably heard in networking, you get started for the intro pack, but you really should get this pack. Now, for me, anytime in the past, when I've wanted to participate in a company and really get cranking, I would always get the big pack. So people are going to say, hey, get the big pack, right? But I'm speaking about something different. I want to know, how much is the auto ship? So we know 60 points in business volume is required. So if I look here and I see 110 points is giving, I'm sorry, $110 is paying out, is creating 60 points in business volume, I then know the auto ship dollar amount. Now, there's something else I want to illustrate here. These little things you've got to see when you're reviewing a business is this here. They call it smart ship, which is auto ship, ordering 60 points or more every 3 products every 28 days. See, this is 28, it's not monthly, it's every 28 days. So I want to show you something real quick. Every 28 days, if I go and I look at a calculator real quick, and I'll do this and look at the calculator, and I say, all right, what's 365 days of a year divided by 28? equals 13. So there's actually not 12 auto ships in a calendar year, there's 13. So there's a little bit extra auto ships. There's one extra month there. So it's a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a gotcha from the company. It's definitely, for me, it's something that I look into and say, well, how, because again, it's business. What am I paying to stay in business per year is another thing that comes up. But right now we just answered how much is the auto ship, and we just got the answer of how much the auto ship is. It's $110 a month. So next thing is, how do I cover my monthly cost? This is a question every business asks themselves, whether it's a restaurant, an auto dealership, you own an investment property, whatever it is. But for some reason, it never comes up in network marketing. No one ever asks this question. So I ask the question, how do I cover my monthly cost? Because if you're in the hole for $110 a month, sure, you're getting product. But if you participate, this is a business review, not a product review. So you'll need to know, to get this answer, you'll need to know how many cycles do I need. So you know the auto ship is $110. Excuse me. You know the cycle pays out $35. So it's very simple. How many cycles do I need? What you need to do is you take your desired income, you divide it by cycle pay, and that will give you the exact amount of cycles required. So in this case, it's $110 is our desired income. Cycle pay is $35. And this will give you the exact amount of cycles you need. Now, generally, you should round the number up to 4 cycles, but in this case, we're gonna round it down. You want to round it up because you're still going to be in the hole if you round it down monthly. You're still going to be in the red. You're 110. You're not going to make back $110. You make back a little less, but we're going to go with 3. How much volume do I need? That's the question. Like any business, how much volume do I need per month, right? And it's 600, 300 creates a cycle. So very simple. All we do now is we multiply them by 3. We multiply 600 by 3 and 300 by 3. That's going to give us 1,800 on our greater volume leg and 900 on our lesser volume leg. That's going to create 3 cycles. So now we know how much volume we need. Next question is, how many people do I need? Like, how many people on auto ship do I need to create the residual income? I'm not talking about bonuses or starter packs or founder packs or any of that stuff. Speaking about residual income, excuse me, the team commissions. All right, I know sometimes packs get paid out in binary, but what I'm saying is this is about, you know, when all the recruiting stops and building, we're speaking about residual income. So how many people do I need on auto ship, or how many people does the person need on auto ship? And it's very simple. Okay, now no one ever does this, but I'm going to show you this. You take 1,800 / 900 and you divide it by 60 points in business volume. 60 points in business volume is what's required for each person that's spending $110 to be active. And that is 30 people on your greater volume leg and 15 people on your lesser volume leg in order to break even. That's how many people you need. And the answer is 45 people. So we'll take that 45 here. Now let's continue this review. So let's do the math. I'm a big fan of math, and all we need to do is 3rd grade math here. We'll take that 45. Now, what does that look like when we apply it to a binary? What does it look like? So let's go here. Again, can you do it? Can others do it? Can this person do it? We want to speak about this person. We're going to call her Mary. Now, the reason we're calling her Mary is because people come to this business and they have a family and they need a business to work. They're coming and they say, I have a why. And so I want to kind of humanize this as well. Let's do the math. This is Mary. On the left, Mary has 30 people. Now, remember, Mary's on an inside leg. So she has 30 people. Did she sponsor all 30 herself? Maybe. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she sponsored 10 who all got 2, something like that, right? Could be that. So she's got 30 on the left. And so what you do is, to check our math, is 30 times 60 points in business volume, each person spending $110 a month, equals 1,800 points in business volume. Now, if Mary has no one on her right, Mary gets paid nothing. Okay, so Mary needs 15 on her right, like we did the math before. So when Mary has a 15 on her right, she has 15 people times 60 points in business volume gives you the 900 points in business volume. If you notice, we have 1,800 and 900. So we simply divide those by what is required to create a cycle. We divide them by 600, 300, and it gives us 3. So this is how we get our 3 cycles, and this is what it looks like. So these 3 cycles, 3 times 35 equals $105. Like I said earlier, you're going to be slightly under the $110. So when you have this, so 3 times $35, that represents all of these 45 people that are spending $110. This is the number. So does this seem like a lot of work for $105? I'll ask you, recruiting people and getting people started and all these people paying it. Let's look at the numbers. You have 45 people spending $110 each per month. So there's $4,950 that's paid to the company. And the company pays out $105. Let's continue. So here's basically the pitch. Here's what the company comes up, right? Raise $49.50 a month, pay us $110 a month, and then we'll pay you $110 a month, or actually $105 a month, right? So this is kind of when you're looking at a business, you're saying, can I do it and is it worth it? Like, can I do this? Maybe, but is it worth your time and money? So if you look at here, the math, $49.50 is spent from the downline. The distributor, Mary, spent $110. The company earns $5,060, and the company pays $110. So when you do the math and you divide $110 divided by the $5,060 that the company has earned, it will show is 2.1% payout on the dollar amount. So this is the number. So if you look for annually, if you pay $1,900 for the starter pack, and then $110 for 13 months, like I showed you before, it's 13 months, not 12 months. You're spending about $3,400 a year, and getting 40 people to do that, you're raising about $135 for the company. And just with this model alone, if you take $105, I didn't put it in here, but you take $105 and you pay that out over 12 months, that's going to be $1,200, $1,300 payout. Plus the pack, maybe the bonuses, there's $980 there. In points, still 2.1%. So the company from the $135,000 paid out about 2% of that, which is about, what is that? Maybe $3,000. So again, can I do it? Is it worth it? And I'm going to say this one, I'm going to take a pass on this. And there's another video coming next. It will show you a business model that's inverted to this. It's a complete opposite. And this is why it's attractive to other people. I'm going to show you a business model in the subscription-based business, which is actually like network marketing, but inverted, where 97% of people in networking can never break even. Traditional network marketing, and you have in this other model is pretty much just about 100%, because it's a subscription-based model. So I hope you got some value out of this review, and I'll see you at the top. If you want more reviews like this, if you want me to review a business, you can send it to me. I'm going to have other reviews on other companies that people have asked me to review. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you at the top.